Why won't they make a Horror Unleashed in California? If you guys already forgot, and there is a video on my channel, I'm gonna link it right here. But if you guys forgot what Horror Unleashed is, it's basically Halloween Horror Nights' first year-round Horror Nights adventure that you can go on. It's something that a lot of us horror fans have been asking for a very long time, because we were like, hey, you know, why can't we have a horror event all year round? You see how much money you make. You see that, you know that you have a lot of Halloween fans. You guys do it the best. You should have one year round. And they had something a little bit like that when it came to The Walking Dead. If you went to Universal Studios Hollywood, in the top layer of the park, they actually had a Walking Dead segment where throughout the year you could just walk through that horror maze. And to me, that was freaking awesome, because if I just needed a small tiny dosage of a Halloween feeling, I could just go right through there, get my, it wasn't even scary anymore, right? It's like if you guys play a horror video game and you're no longer, it's like Dead by Daylight, right? I don't know, I think most people who play Dead by Daylight, especially on a regular basis, are not terrified of Dead by Daylight, because it's now just a competitive game to them. You are not jump scaring them. Like, I'm playing Alan Wake 2 again, and half of Alan Wake is not even as scary to me anymore now that I know what's going to happen. The mystery is gone, right? And so to me, them having that was awesome, because I could get my fix right there. And then they killed it. They destroyed it. They demolished it. Now it's just there as an empty husk until they have either other Halloween events or fan fest or something else. But other than that, it is a useless husk over there. It is not used ever. And so that's dead. And so they made Horror Unleashed. I went there, I checked it out. So I have both videos of me talking about Universal's big plan of what they plan to do to expand themselves and their brand across the United States without making a theme park. But I also did a vlog of me going to Horror Unleashed. It was pretty cool. The mazes were actually very great. And because it is there to stay, I felt like it was even more detailed than sometimes other Horror Night things are, especially considering the fact that they do try to hold you in a group, send you in a smaller group, instead of being like Horror Nights where they just kind of funnel you and funnel you and funnel you inside. But it was cool. It has some great food there. It has some great shows there. I loved it. My thought was, of course, they want to put one in Vegas. Vegas is trying to make this whole new strip called Area 15, I think. It's supposed to be their new expedition. I think it's their new way of having a strip that's not the normal strip. I feel like people in my generation especially don't really care too much about gambling and only going to shows, and so they needed something else to get our money. And so I think they're trying to find a new strip line of just interactive entertainment things to do, because it's not just a horror thing over there. They have other experiences as well, kind of like that story wise, but they're all over there as well. So anyways, my thought was, why would they not make one in California? Because it's California. Don't they think they would do good? I understand that they may have an idea where they were like, well, if we put one in California, we already have Halloween Horror Nights there. If we put one in California, there is a chance, right, that people are going to get their feel all throughout the year and they're not going to miss it, which means that they won't feel the need to forcefully need to go to Halloween Horror Nights in California when we have it show back up. And so that could be one of the options. I could understand that from that POV. However, I just wish that maybe we could either put this thing inside of, like, I don't know, San Diego or San Jose or San Francisco, somewhere far in California where it's not necessarily right next to Universal, but just close enough to where you can still reach it, but it's easier than Vegas, right? Because they're also opening one in Chicago, and I see the play here, okay? The play is that they're going to place one of these things in different cities that don't have, they have a big city, but they don't have a Universal Studios or a big theme park space, and they are going to take that in for all the people who can't go to Halloween Horror Nights. And in my opinion, that's a genius idea, because guess what? If you're somewhere in like freaking Delaware, right, and they open up a Horror Unleashed over there, and it's not going to be as big because it's Delaware, but like they'll do like 2 to 3 mazes, right? They'll give you 2 to 3 mazes that you can walk in. It's a cool, quick little like hour, maybe 2-hour thing that you guys can do as a quick date for you to have for fun, right? That makes you obsessed with it. And then when Horror Nights opens up in Orlando and in California, then you feel the need to fly out there to check those out because there's more, they're different, and they spent more money on it. You know what I'm saying? I just wish that we had one in California. That would do so good if we had a year-round horror event, or they could just put one more maze in Universal, okay? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let this go, bro. I think it's great for Universal Studios to have the variety that they have. Disney, to me, has a very specific structure. Universal Hollywood, to me, seems like it is a growing theme park because it was never intended to be a full-on theme park. It was supposed to be something that was kind of a theme park, but it was really to showcase the studios in a really fun way, and it was a way to mix the two together without losing so much space on trying to make a theme park elsewhere, but also not having to get rid of your studios. And now it seems like they are more so catering toward the theme park, but I felt like having, you know, one side being a, you know, screen ride, one side being a slow ride, one of these things being a show, and then one of these things like the Mummy being an actual roller coaster. Now that we have the Fast and the Furious coming, we have an actual real roller coaster. Having something like The Walking Dead was also a big difference because now it was showcasing Universal's horror aspect. So people who were visiting Universal who were too scared to go to horror nights and they didn't want to deal with the scare actors can possibly go inside this one maze and see how they feel about it. I don't know. I know it's not coming back, but it's something, it's my Shayla that I miss and I wish I had it again. Anyways, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Do you guys also miss having the maze there? Because I do. Anyways, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. But as always, guys, I'm the Park God, and I will see you guys in the lines.